And so what he says, this is the CEO of Costco, and the question was, what is the most valuable item you sell at Costco? And he says that little plastic card. And he just like,
Crazy.
that's it, the plastic card. Why? Well, let's think about it. Let's say he said that my most profitable or my most valuable item in Costco was bananas. Okay. So you got to pay someone to source bananas. You got to buy those bananas at a cost, and then you got to turn around and sell those bananas at a profit, and sell them for enough profit to overcome the ones that go bad, that spoil. And so, how could that be more profitable than that plastic card that costs 2 cents?
Yeah.
And it's perpetual income.
From Sarah Systems and Billy Go, this is No BS with Billy Stevens and Landon Brewer, the unfiltered, straight-shooting podcast that dives deep into the heart of home service trades to uncover the truth about running your business. You're entering the No BS zone with Billy and Landon.
Hey everyone, I want to welcome you to the No BS with Billy and Landon. We're so excited that you joined us today. Today's topic, we're going to just basically tell you everything you need to know about the difference between memberships and maintenance agreements. I think this is a very big topic in our industry right now. And before we get going, I'd like to introduce my co-host, Mr. Landon Brewer. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fabulous. Thank you for having me, Billy. It's an honor and a privilege to be in your presence with the talent. The talent.
Yeah, he was complaining because he didn't have a hair and makeup lady like me. And then I told him,
You got a hair and makeup. You got a masseuse. I'm over here with, in a garage basement, just trying to avoid the rats. Whatever. I see how it is.
yeah. Well, it's the talent, right? It is
Talent gets what. Hey,
talent gets it all.
You don't get paid for the hours you put in. You get paid for the quality of the product, right?
Exactly. Well, hey, I'm not bantering on about talent here. Let's talk about reality. Well, this is going to be great because I get this question several times a day, actually, because of what we're doing in the industry and moving people out of the 1980s maintenance agreement idea that was very, very profitable, a very good idea at the time for us. And during that time, I mean, when you had maintenance agreements, it did help a lot. And we're talking residential here. You have to have maintenance agreements in a commercial setting. I mean, that's the whole idea. It's a totally different business model. But, Mrs. Jones hears things a lot differently than a commercial business owner or a commercial building owner, if you will. And what she hears is you're out there and you're promoting your maintenance agreement. And in that promotion, you're probably saying things like, it says in the manufacturer's handbook that you need to do a tune-up every year or you avoid your warranty. Have you ever heard that one?
Always like, why do I need a maintenance agreement? Well, you don't want to avoid your manufacturer's warranty, and if you don't get maintenance by a certified professional, you will void the warranty. And it's like, oh God, give me a break.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, that probably worked in the 80s, right? I think the sales process, the old school sales process worked for the 80s, right? The old Tom Hopkins, the old, stuff that we taught, that all of the best practices, it worked in the 80s. But then at some point, people woke up and like, okay, well, this is dumb.
It is. It was great, but now it's dumb. I mean, that's just the evolution of the industry. I mean, customers, scare tactics are stupid. I don't, that was our first evolution into trying to be a legitimate industry.
Or how about this one? It was like, oh, we would, when they would rebut why they need a maintenance agreement, we would say, well, it's will come out twice a year, once in the spring and once in the fall, and right before the busy season. And because what you're doing is you're going to take your car on a cross country trip, and if you were to take your car on a cross country trip, what would you want to do before this to make sure you didn't get stuck somewhere in the middle of the country, in the middle of nowhere? Would you get a tune up? Would you, make sure that the tires were good? Would you change the oil? That's what you need to do in the air conditioning system so that you don't get stuck on the side of the road in the middle of the summer, which, sure, there's all that, but it's like, why do we have to sell customers with negativity?
Yeah.
Why do we have to threaten and scare? It's like, couldn't we just, figure out a way to entice them? I mean, the word maintenance itself is just synonymous with the word boring, is synonymous with the word just it's required. Like there's nothing sexy or exciting about maintenance. Like you ever go to the gym? I'm just here for some maintenance. Like you take your car in for maintenance. How exciting is that? You know,
Exactly.
it's just there's nothing sex. It's just like there's a negativity associated with the word.
It is. And then the words that are being used are telling the customer, you don't need to buy anything else because now I'm doing the maintenance. You just killed any
Yep.
IAQ sale in the off season, or any potential like improvements to the ductwork or any of these things. I mean, you just literally put the brakes on because you said that maintenance agreement is the end all be all. And that's how we sell them or sold them. I haven't sold a maintenance agreement in years, 20 something years. And so customers understand maintenance, but why do we go twice in a year? Have you done the ROI on the second visit in the same year? It's terrible. It's just basically I'm keeping guys busy. That's my excuse. I'm taking all the money we made in the summer and we're going down to the last dollar, just keeping my guys busy in the winter with these maintenance agreements that mean
let's
nothing.
get real. So, this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, so I'm going to be the one that says it, right? If it comes out of your
That's
mouth,
your
it'll be
job.
popular. So I've always felt this way, and it's not from lack of confidence, and I think the more sophisticated a business is, the bigger, the more successful, more profitable is. They have probably tighter controls on what happens in the home and what the technicians are saying and doing. But in general, unless you're a very odd person, and I've come across many of those in my career, people don't want air conditioning, plumbing, electrical. People just don't want those people at their house. It's like, oh, it's Thursday, yay! I don't have anything to do. Let's see what the air conditioning guy's up to. That's not something that happens, right? It's always like a perceived negative. So if you're going to plan to send somebody out a couple of times a year, maybe you got plumbing, so now you're going to do 3 visits a year or whatever. This is stuff that we've done, right? You have more chances of screwing up that customer relationship every time you go out to visit, right? If a customer has a need and there's something wrong that you're there to fix, great. But if you're going there to look for, think ways to upsell them and stuff to do, like it's just more opportunity to screw up the customer relationship. And I know that's not a popular thing to say because that's not how we've been instructed, but I mean, you see what happens sometimes in the customer's home, right? Everybody's not in their A game every day.
So basically what we're realizing here is maintenance agreements on one hand is a potential additional sale killer. It really isn't that profitable. We think we need to charge a large price because we feel like it should be its own profit center. And a lot of gurus are teaching that that's how you make money in this industry is charge for these tune-ups, right? It makes sense in a way. Think about it. You're going out and you're doing some work. And so I guess you need $179 or $250 or whatever it is you're charging for that maintenance agreement. You need that money, right? If you're going to go. But the problem is you're not selling any. You're not selling them enough to make a difference. And so what's the point? You're getting more negativity from your customers by them just, not buying the maintenance agreement because they don't believe in it. The average company, I don't care what size it is, most companies that run a maintenance agreement program don't have very many in relation to their customer base. The percentage is less than 1%. And so that is the problem again, is you're just not getting enough of them at $200 or whatever it is you're charging to even make a difference. So why are we going through all this rigmarole, this negativity, this IAQ killing opportunity to sell this agreement? If at the end of the day, we're not selling that many. So obviously the customers don't care about it. They just don't care about it. And that's where the memberships differ. And I've been seeing a lot of coaching, marketing out there about memberships now. and, learn to sell more memberships with your, with your maintenance agreement. They don't need, they just change the name from maintenance agreement to membership.
Yeah, I think that's the confusing part. People probably that's probably what people want to hear us get into, because people, what's the difference between a maintenance agreement and a membership?
Let's do it. Let's dive in.
It's not just semantics. Now, there's an element of marketability, some verbal packaging. Is sure. I mean, memberships are all the rage, right? Recurring revenue. That's you get gym membership. You get everything. I think I've said before, I get my haircut on a monthly membership. Like I pay for everything on a membership basis, because the word association, I think, with maintenance is obligation, right? And the word association with membership is privilege.
Yep. Exactly.
Right?
Yes, sir. I just bought a rowing machine. Cost me, I don't know, $2,200 for this rowing machine. It's the nicest one I could find. I really wanted a nice one. It's got the TV and all that stuff. I paid the $2,200. They send it to me, and I start setting it up, and I'm going in there, and I want to start rowing. I'm excited. Hey, honey, look, I got my new rowing machine. I turn everything on, and I got to sign up for a monthly membership, or I don't get anything on there. Everything about it is that, and it's $44 a month.
I just got. Is it a Peloton thing?
It's called Hydra.
Peloton, and I thought, okay, well, I buy a used one, because I'm cheap, and found a great one. I got like, well, shit, I got to pay $42 a month for a membership to be able to use the thing.
Yeah, and my wife goes, well, it's cheaper than a trainer. Oh, okay. You just made me feel better. and so it is the new economy. Businesses are based off of their membership, their recurring revenue. That is what business is. The value of a company is how much recurring revenue it has. And that is the premise behind memberships. You have to gather as many as possible, and you will exponentially add value to your business, because you can't add a bunch of maintenance agreements. It just isn't possible, hasn't worked. There's, in a relation to your customer base, it's so small. And so memberships create stickiness. And so we're going to get into the differences, but I want you to know, I went to Best Buy. I haven't been to a Best Buy store in, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. I mean, it's just not somewhere I go. And I had to go there I had a TV go out. And so I went in there to go get a TV. My son and I just decided, hey, it's Saturday. Let's go to Best Buy. We haven't done that in a long time. Plastered all over the front window, the doors you walk in, the windows beside the doors. Membership program, all over the front doors. Now, here's a company that made all of its profit on extended warranties. That's what they made all their profits on. And their sales rate on the extended warranties was about 8%, meaning 92% of the people said, I don't want an extended warranty. And so along with that extended warranty came obligation. If there was ever a problem, they had to have the money in the bank. And it's a big corporation, so they're doing it the way it's supposed to be done. They're putting that money in a maintenance account or an extended warranty account, and they're leaving it there. And they can't touch it until that extended warranty expires. And so all this money's sitting in there that they can't touch. And then they decide, well, let's do a membership program instead of, we'll still sell extended warranties, but if we do a membership, we can offer discount pricing to these customers. And guess what happened? They were flying off the shelf. It went from 8% to 8 out of 10. And so they were making even so much more money because people will buy memberships. They like that. They like being a part of something, being in the club or whatever, getting the perks. Another example to explain has nothing to do with memberships. It has everything to do with putting something on sale. If you run a sale, women are going to go in there and shop, and they're going to feel proud about that 20% off while they put it on that 29% credit card.
Yeah.
Right? But the feel good is, I got to save 20%, right? And people buy discounts. And that is what a membership is based on, is we offer a discount on everything we do when we sell memberships. You get 20% off of everything. You sell an air conditioner for, and I'm just going to use a round number of 10,000, and that's $10,000 if you're not a member, but if you are a member, it's 20% less, which would be $8,400, I believe. I don't know if I'm right on that. I think so. Whatever, $8,000, whatever it is. So my point is, I just put something on
You're
sale.
talking everything, duct cleaning, duct sealing,
Everything's on sale at 20% off. All right. But this is where everyone got smart, especially what we did 20 something years ago when we did this. The membership price was the margin that the company needed to make the profit that we needed to make to be successful. The non-member price was a penalty price for not being a member, but we present it as a discount for being a member.
Yeah.
And that is where it's different. And people will buy on a discount. I've helped lots and lots of companies that are struggling with their financials. One in particular, this one big guru, 20%, I think it was like something like 22% of his revenue was giving actually real discounts. And he wondered why he couldn't make any money. And we're talking about millions in dollars, I think it was like $3 million of discounts off of the price that they needed to be profitable. Big difference. And unfortunately, when you take 20% off on the average, when a company struggles to even, it's a dream to make 20% profit, right? But when you're discounting 20%, you're making zero profit. You just took the profit out using that formula. And so that's what maintenance agreements, where they go wrong and where memberships come in and they fix that problem. People like buying something on sale. So you can discount every time you go to the house when you present a membership price. And that is the whole idea. And so when you get these memberships, you want to get as many as possible. You want to create that stickiness. You want to create that ARR, or monthly MRR. It's monthly recurring revenue and then annual recurring revenue. You don't tie a tune-up to this membership. You will
That's the key. I think that's the difference. There, people are looking for the difference other than retail psychology and semantics. This is the difference right here.
Right here. You do not tie a tune-up to a membership in any shape or form during this process. Okay, it is not a perk any longer. The perks are, I'm saving you 20% right now. I'm saving you 20% in the future on any additional purchases. I'm going to give you priority service or 1-hour appointments like we do. I'm going to let you know when we have sales.
Members-only sales.
For member-only sales, for even deeper discounts. Talk about respond. Guys, we didn't even spend any money hardly at all in our company in PPC during the shoulder season because of the amount of memberships we get every year. Our memberships drive our business. And we're not out there spending all of our money on this marketing and hoping it works. Okay? That is the biggest part of it that everyone must understand. If you're a plumbing company, it works. Even if you don't have HVAC, this works. People love saving money. And that is why this works. That is why.
I mean, look at, not to go too off a tangent, but look at Costco, right? I mean, Walmart is Walmart. Like there's other wholesale stores. There's like places you could always join Sam's Club, but Costco really, really focused in on that membership element, right? And today, I don't know what they are, what the average, because there's the business and the personal, but in the last 10 years, they've grown every year. They've been taking like 10 million membership chunks in the last several years. And now there are almost 130 million people paying, what, I don't know, was that $60 on average? I don't know what it is now.
I don't know.
But 130 million times $60 is that $6.5 billion
Yeah, it's a crazy number.
membership.
Yeah.
They got their 10-cent plastic card. That's their cost on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Did you see that
crazy.
article where they actually asked the CEO of Costco what is the most profitable item they sell in their store?
No, I didn't see it. No.
So Tim's our producer. So when I'm talking to Tim, I don't have a fantasy friend here, or
Your
it's
invisible
actually
friend.
I have a guy in the room here. Hey, and Tim, this would be a great spot to put that graphic up there. And so what he says, this is the CEO of Costco, and the question was, what is the most valuable item you sell at Costco? And he says that little plastic card, and he just like,
Crazy.
that's it, the plastic card. Why? Well, let's think about it. Let's say he said that my most profitable or my most valuable item in Costco was bananas. Okay. So you got to pay someone to source bananas. You got to buy those bananas at a cost, and then you got to turn around and sell those bananas at a profit, and sell them for enough profit to overcome the ones that go bad, that spoil. And so, how could that be more profitable than that plastic card that costs 2 cents
Yeah.
and it's perpetual income? And he's not sharing the money with anyone. He gets all of it. All of it.
That's
Right? I mean, this is the.
I mean, and Costco's big into the air conditioning business,
They
right?
are.
I've had some Costco stores in my career, and they were, multi-million-dollar stores. Costco is way better, in my opinion, in terms of a dollar volume, what you're going to get out of big box than any of the other big box, because the average store is probably a couple $1,000,000 now versus in the hundreds of thousands. And I remember their compliance team was so hardcore. If we did anything wrong, if you didn't answer a customer issue, they would just give the customer their money back. And so I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, some of these people are really in the wrong, and we did more than you could ever imagine for this customer. And the guy says, I don't care. It's not about that for us. It's about maintaining memberships.
Yep.
The tens or hundreds of millions of dollars of air conditioning revenue that we get, that you do for us, could go away and no one would ever notice. The memberships, they notice.
They notice. It's
Yeah.
pure profit. All right. So we can go on, and we are going to stay on this topic. So we're going to cut this up into mini versions, because there's a lot to unravel with memberships versus maintenance agreements. There's so much that you guys haven't heard about the benefits of a membership that we're going to go through each week. And we're going to stay on this membership maintenance agreement thing until everybody fully understands what we're doing here. Because this is so profound in what it can do for your business. When I implemented a very stringent membership program that was easy for the customer to understand, easy for us to understand, our technicians out in the field understood it. It's very simple. We only offer one. If you have a guru telling you to offer multiple plans, I'm sorry, they're wrong. That's wrong. They need to wake up. It's 2024. Just
Keep it simple.
just got to keep it simple. We got to get rid of this multiple maintenance agreement crap now. And start going where the customer wants to be. And customers love being a part of something, and they love the fact that you're going to save them money every time they buy something, and that you're going to give them great service, in a timely fashion. That's all they want, because they want to forget about you the second you leave the door. The second you're off that curb, that customer does not think about your company again.
Yep.
So quit thinking that they do. Quit bugging them. Quit bugging them. And then softly sell to them in an email monthly. Don't no hard selling. Talk about an employee, maybe. Talk about something in the industry, maybe. But don't sit there and hit them with sell. Come buy this from us, buy that from us. Talk to them about the membership benefits, the 1-hour appointment again. All these things that they enjoy. Customers love booking online. They want to push a button and get service. They do. I promise you they do. We see it every day. So with that being said, we're we're going to stop this show today, just to get you to understand more about the differences. And we will continue this series on a week-by-week basis. And next week, we're basically going to tell you the dollars and cents of memberships, how valuable these memberships are actually for your business. When you hear this, you're going to be blown away by the value that it creates for your business. So until next time, I want to thank everybody for listening, and we're looking forward to getting this all out there so you understand what to do.
Remember, like and subscribe. That's our version of a membership. Like and subscribe. We're offering that to you for the cost of free.
There you go. Plus 20% off of free. Thanks, everybody.
No BS with Billy and Landon is produced and delivered to you by Sarah Systems. At Sarah Systems, we've created a better way to run your home service business and unlock unprecedented growth. Our field service software was designed by real home service professionals to help you save steps, charge for previously unbillable time, and win more business. But the true change requires more than software. Our live coaching helps you understand and control the aspects of your business that matter most. It's about time for a new era of service, and we're leading the way. If you're ready to join the hundreds of other contractors who've been able to increase profit margins more than 50% within 6 months, visit Sarah.tech today. That's Sarah, SERA.tech today.